your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by East Coast Roofing, Siding, and Windows, offering the best roof warranty in the business. Our warranty covers 50 years of materials, 25 years of workmanship, and leak-free guarantee. Call 609-646-1444.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's just after 7:30 on your Wednesday morning. It's going to be a wonderful Wednesday. Look, if you are a fan of warmth, even dare I say hot weather, you're going to be in your element today and tomorrow, away from the coast. I have to make that important distinction right now because some of you are going to be like, well, what are you talking about? 80 degrees. It's not going to be 80 here. Right. It's all about the wind direction. This time of the year, the south and southwest flow starts kicking in, and it is very difficult to get as warm as the mainland at the barrier islands. But if you're a local here, you know that. You could get to 82 in Hamilton, but be at 57 in Atlantic City. Yesterday, we didn't really have much of a breeze, so you were able to get warmer. But I think today and tomorrow will likely be just a little bit on the cooler side. I saw Charlene comment, good morning, Taisha. Hey, Rochelle. Yes, the 28th for me works, by the way. I'm going to get a chance to respond. But yes, I will come over to the school and speak then. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, James and Donna and Diana. Lisa, Patty, Jen, Kim, Mary, Dee, everybody is here. So thank you for that. All right, let's see. What can we talk about real quick? Oh, I had a wonderful lunch meeting on Monday with she's a teacher, but she's also a book coach. And she reached out to me for a completely different reason. She owns a business. Her and her husband own an irrigation and a lawn business. And they wanted to advertise. I'm like, okay, wonderful. Then she also introduced me to a client of hers who she helped publish a book for. And his story is very similar to mine, where, you know, the power of positivity and all that, and going through life, stuff early in your life can help you become the person that you are, and the alchemist and the secret, all that kind of stuff, all stuff that I live my life by. So she connected us, and I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm also writing a book. This is kind of odd. But long story short, we met for lunch on Monday. And the sweetest woman, and she's going to help me with my book. She taught me about the process. I didn't have a process. I just started writing. I had no idea what you do from that point. But I'm 4 chapters in. It's probably going to be a 10-chapter book, and I'm shooting for the summer to be done by. I just got to get away on vacation a couple more times to clear my head. That's when I do my best writing. But look, I made a commitment. Up until I was maybe 21 or 22, honestly, I hid everything about my backstory because, you know, in my mind, I wanted a perfect family, white picket fence, all that kind of stuff. And then I realized that's not really common. Everybody has issues, but, you know, the trials and tribulations I went through as a kid and young teenager, I decided can help other people, you know, be successful and realize that no matter what you go through in life, you have an upper hand because you can use those circumstances, you can use those lessons to better yourself and set the bar high and all that kind of stuff. So that's what it's a memoir, I guess. It's an autobiography, but the main underlying theme is controlling your own destiny, and that's it. But anyway, Lisa, I really appreciate having lunch with me, and I'm excited to get started on this journey. Anyway, weather-wise, exciting news about my website. Let me pull that up real quick. We are in the process of publishing the website. I'm just waiting for them to pull the trigger. They were having some email issues yesterday, but I mean, it's 99.9% done, just a couple minor things that need to be tweaked. It's going to be at norcast.tv. And you can also get there through nor'easternick.com. So it's going to have 2 addresses, whichever is easiest for you. So you're going to have the video here pop up, whatever is the most current. You'll still have the social media feed here. You'll have your 7-day forecast pop up, and it's going to be tied to your specific area code. Then you can go to this map, which I love, and I separated Delaware here because when I went back and thought about it, I had Delaware included in the blue, which didn't make any sense. So Delaware is now its own thing. So you can literally just click the button that corresponds to where you live, and these will be popping up. You will have a map for your specific area. What's cool about this, once it's live, when you look at the planner, it's going to literally start at the hour that we are in and go forward. It'll show you the same thing for the rain chances, tonight's forecast, different towns across the area, and then that area-specific 7-day forecast. Another big part of this is going to be severe weather. Clearly, with the uptick in severe weather for our region, it's going to have the NOAA outlook here, but it'll also have the watches and warnings for our specific area. It's going to have the severe weather outlook for our area again. It's going to have power outages that will be updated in real time. If you're at the shore, I mean, look at this. You can go in and look at your water temperatures. So you have the NOAA site, but then you also have my graphics here that show you the southern beaches and the northern beaches. I have the pollen forecast. Literally everything you could possibly think of is on this website, and it's going live this week, and I'm super excited. A lot of work went into this. We started planning back in December, but it's finally here, and it's going to be able to help in many, many ways. I'm confident about that. All right, so I guess we'll start off with our national holiday. Today is the 13th already. We are already in mid-April. What? That is crazy. It is Thomas Jefferson Day. It is National Make Lunch Count Day. Now, I'm one of those people that I need 3 meals a day, so I always make my lunch count, right? It is National Scrabble Day. Have you guys gotten into, it's not exactly Scrabble, but it's like the modern version of it. Have you heard of Wordle? Well, I was anti-Wordle for the longest time. Then I actually got into it. It's been like 10 days I've been playing it, but I like it. It kind of tests your mind early in the morning. It's National Peach Cobbler Day. Boy, that sounds dangerous. I love me some peach cobbler. What I don't love is all these crazy severe weather warnings and whatnot going on. How about 30 inches of snow? I mean, we're looking at blizzard warnings in North Dakota, eastern Montana, a portion of South Dakota. Now, what's interesting here, what I find mind-blowing, yesterday afternoon, South Dakota, portions of South Dakota, not the entire state, but we're under a blizzard warning in the northwest part of the state and tornado watches and warnings in the southeast part of the state. Talk about a crazy clash of air masses. This storm is going to be pushing to the east today and bringing severe weather to the Mississippi River Valley and just east down into portions of Alabama and Mississippi, areas that have been beat up very bad over the past few weeks. Every week since the mid part of March has featured some kind of severe weather outbreak. And somebody asked me on my Facebook page yesterday, actually, a former teacher of mine, my psychology teacher, Mr. Barbagallo, he said, look, when I was a kid, I didn't really pay attention to the weather, so I'm not sure if it's getting more extreme or if people are just more connected. The answer is kind of in the middle. With us having connectivity 24/7 all over the world, we are seeing more of these events. Stuff like this has always happened, but storms are getting wetter. I think the frequency is picking up a little bit more, and there's definitely a shift going on with the seasons. There's a shift going on where the severe weather is being seen. This is more typical of this time of the year, but later in the season, we start getting in on the chances for our neck of the woods. So I try to be this common sense voice in a world where a segment of the population thinks that this is all fake and made up by some foreign government to take over the world. And then another segment thinks that we're all going to die tomorrow. So when you have such extreme opinions, you just got to look at the facts and go about it in a common sense way. Look, climate change is real. It's happening. It's been happening since the beginning of time. And yes, with 8 billion of us on this planet, we do have an impact. But to what extent? I don't know. It's natural and man-made. It's not exclusive to just one, culprit here. This kind of stuff, tornado numbers have been down over the past couple years. but now they're ticking back up. So it kind of ebbs and flows. The good thing that has come out of all this, though, is there are less fatalities and less injuries as a result of severe weather because more people are in tune with what's going on. You know, years ago, you'd have a major tornado outbreak in entire towns. You'd have a lot of fatalities because nobody knew what was coming. Nobody knew what to look for. Nobody knew what you do in those situations. Now things are changing. Education, being weather aware, that is all key, and that's part of my job. Let's take a look at the inn at Sugar Hill. I mean, look at that beautiful picture. Traffic moving along. We have some clouds up there, broken sunshine reflecting off of a very calm Great Egg Harbor River. This looks like a Thomas Kincaid picture, doesn't it? Temperatures right now of 51 degrees, a dew point of 49, and no precipitation. I'm not expecting any for South Jersey today. But the farther west you go, I think you have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms, and we'll show you that in our future cast. So temperatures soared around 80 today. It feels kind of like summer out there, even warmer tomorrow. With enough sun, I'm going to sound crazy to some of you, but 83, 84 degrees, it's possible. And then we'll throw in a chance of thunderstorms pretty much region-wide. Doesn't mean everybody is going to see them. But the only thing that really concerns me over, say, like the last potential severe weather event that we had some storms that were gusty and that kind of stuff. But most of the day last Thursday was spent cloudy. And that really inhibits the convection. Tomorrow, I'm expecting a good amount of sunshine and the front to get here during the maximum daytime heating part of the day. So more of a traditional severe weather threat. It doesn't mean that, like I said, you're going to see them absolutely 100% because that's not how weather works. I wish it did. I'd be like a gazillionaire, right? I'd always be right. But no, I think that there is a chance of a broken squall line coming through. We'll see how that works out. Then cooler air is going to be coming back in for Easter, but I think your Easter Sunday is actually pretty decent. Next week, it looks like temperatures are going to be running 6 to 10 degrees below normal. Through the Ohio Valley, we're on the peripheral. We'll likely see a couple below normal days, but the cold will lessen. As we get into late April, this is going to start to ease a little bit and the warmth builds in and ultimately pushes east. But this is getting absurd. We want more 60s and 70s, not necessarily 80s. You know, I don't want to jump in with both feet into summer. We want to enjoy the calmness. We want to enjoy the tranquility and comfortableness of the spring season. But it seems like we oftentimes go from winter right into summer. And those shoulder seasons, this is that shift I was talking about, are shrinking. Spring and fall, the most pleasant months, you don't get a whole lot of pleasant weather. So when we do, hang on to it. 53 right now in Philly, 51 Atlantic City, 58 in Charleston, 66 in Chicago. But look at that stark contrast. And this is why that severe weather event is so detrimental to that area and consequential, because look at the bright blues and the pinks. That is very cold air. That is why they're getting 3 days of blizzard conditions in the Dakotas. And then you got 69 degrees out ahead of it in St. Louis. So that very stark contrast there is leading to the severe weather. We've got a warm front lifting in, and as it does so, you see the sunshine out there right now? That's going to fade away. It's not going to become dull and dark and overcast, not that kind, because when you have warm air advection, normally what happens is you get these very tiny crystals way up in the atmosphere, cirrus clouds, and they overtake the skies and we become like kind of milky sunshine. We see that a lot, but that's going to be happening through the afternoon. So enjoy the bright blue skies while you can. That will fade away through the day. 49 right now in Mount Holly, 49 in Medford, 52 in Freehold, 51 in Doylestown, 53 in Media, 49 in Hamilton. Getting down into Dennisville and the courthouse, 48 to 49, 44 in Stone Harbor, and finally up in Toms River, 47, 48 in Manchester, Freehold, the Brick area, which I actually got to get to this afternoon. I'm having a lunch with a former colleague of mine from WJLP to talk about doing some local news segments for me on my new website. Stay tuned. Trying to build an empire here, people. All right, winds right now are light, but through the afternoon, I'm expecting them to pick up a little bit. Gusts off of the ocean. over 20 miles an hour. I'm talking the heart of the afternoon, so it might become breezy. Right now is the calmest part of the day. Warm front lifts to the north, and I think it's a really nice day. We keep our winds generally out of the south going into tomorrow morning as well. So heading off the homeroom around 60 degrees. We are going to see our temperatures rapidly warm over the next couple hours, and after school, upper 70s to around 80. We'll have that milky sunshine, sun, and some high clouds mixing together. Nothing going on Doppler radar right now for our area. We'll zoom out, and well, there's nothing out in western Pennsylvania either. The entire mid-Atlantic is calm, but one more zoom will show you where that big mass of storminess is. I mean, look at this. Just west of Omaha, it is snowing very heavily, north of Wichita. And then to the southeast, where you have that warm front, this is where you have a lot of thunderstorm activity. Right now, no severe weather on the map, but with that daytime heating, I'm expecting another widespread tornado event. Right in that bullseye, right along the Mississippi River, down into southern Illinois, eastern Arkansas, Missouri, western Tennessee, and Mississippi. There's a 15% chance of tornadic activity. To put into perspective, the tornadoes that we had with Tropical Storm Ida back in September, that occurred during a 10% chance of tornadoes. There was a 15% chance yesterday for portions of Iowa, and there were multiple confirmed tornadoes, and we're expecting this to push to the south and east. And there's even a 2% chance of tornadoes just to our west today. Right, I know. That's crazy to think about. Yeah, there's going to be some scattered storms that pop up this afternoon and evening, and I'll show you that on Futurecast. Not for South Jersey, but mainly over Pennsylvania, maybe getting into North Jersey later on today. Then for tomorrow, we have an isolated severe threat, as the Storm Prediction Center has us in a marginal risk of severe weather. By the way, at some point this spring, I just have to put it all together, I'm getting rid of this system. We're still going to use the colors, and I'm going to be able to explain what marginal, slight, moderate, enhanced, all that nonsense means. Because I don't think they do a good job of communicating what exactly they are. So I'm going to change the system, and we're going to be using a system called the NORCON scale. NORCON 1 to NORCON 5. And we'll get you familiar with that system. We're still going to base it off of what the National Weather Service says, but change the messaging a little bit to help you be better weather aware, because I don't think it does any justice. Sometimes I myself get confused. Marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate. I don't know what that means. So how are you supposed to know what that means? That has no training in meteorology. So we want to simplify it so you can better prepare your family for what is possible. That's the end game of everything that I do. So clouds will start to move in. All right, so here's mid and late afternoon. If you're out in Lancaster County, if you're in York and around Harrisburg, you got some shower and thunderstorm chances coming your way. And some of these storms could be strong to severe, maybe even getting into the Philly metro area, but mainly to the north, like Bensalem, Allentown, portions of Mercer County, Hunterdon County. We're going to be watching for this later on tonight. But that should stay away from South Jersey. Then tomorrow, we got this mass coming our way. This is over western Pennsylvania at 2 o'clock in the morning, but this model wants to fizzle it out, which is possible. I mean, we do technically exist in a more stable environment because of the southeast flow coming off of the ocean. But eastern Pennsylvania, southwest New Jersey, I would definitely just keep your ears perked up, because 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we could be looking at the front coming through with the chance of some isolated damaging thunderstorms. I'm not too concerned about this. I'm not saying there's going to be a widespread severe weather outbreak, but I am saying that it's possible. Oh boy, I didn't adjust for the warm temperatures here. It's supposed to be down a little bit. But yeah, upper 70s to around 80 degrees today. Increasing clouds. Clouds are back tonight. A couple spotty showers, 62 mainland, 54 at the beaches. And then yes, hot to stormy potential conditions on your Thursday, as I have the red in our area. And we keep that southerly flow up near 80 in the afternoon, and the later we go into the afternoon, we're going to throw in that chance of showers and thunderstorms. For those of you wondering about Easter, temperatures back down into the 50s. It's going to be a nice day. Sun and clouds, cooler, but very pleasant out there. Let's take a look at your exclusive South Jersey 7-day forecast. I got us at 69 on Good Friday. Passover starts at sundown. We got nice weather up near 70. Same thing on Saturday. Easter Sunday at 57. And then next week, a couple cool days in the 50s. Now, if I hit this button and extend it out to the 10-day forecast, oh boy, see, we're not quite done with the chill just yet. So around 70 for a couple days, Wednesday, Thursday, and don't you know, Thursday, we'll likely see another chance of showers and thunderstorms. We are on this weekly cycle, it seems. Around 70, and I'll probably update that. And then look at this, Friday and Saturday of the following week in the 50s again. So that, my friends, is what we are currently looking at. Good morning, Susan. Thank you for watching, Nancy. I appreciate it. All meals are now 100% tax deductible. Excited for your empire. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, 13 years of doing this. I went completely independent when my last TV station closed and decided I have no ambition to be in regular TV news anymore. I always have an affinity for TV. I love it, but it just doesn't make any sense anymore. I like the freedom to do what I want and connect with my viewers the way I want. I don't want to be bound by anybody's rules. We're going to change the rules, and sometimes you need a renegade to do that and mix up the way things are done. All right, guys. So if you're interested in advertising on my platform, there's plenty of real estate left. Again, this is going to be norcast.tv or nor'easternick.com. Both of you will bring you there. Right now, without anything on my website, my bare bones old website gets about 42,000 visits a week, and I'm expecting to definitely add to that. There's going to be plenty of real estate, but I'm not going to bombard the website with ads. But truth be told, that's how I make money. That's how media companies make money, through ads. So Nick at norcast.tv if you're interested in jumping on board with me. Have yourselves a great day, guys. We'll chat a little later.